Hello, my name is Kata, or Tashka. I don't care what you call me, but I care a lot about drawing, which is what this video is about. So I recently got asked if I could explain my process when coming up with compositions. I have a hard time knowing if any of the things I draw are actually good or not. That doesn't mean I don't like what I do, I just never really know what I'm doing, and a lot of my decisions during my process are more trial and error, or they just happen. When it comes to the compositions of my ideas, they are rarely conscious choices I make based on any deeper knowledge on the matter. It's more like an image pops up in my head as if Jesus Christ sent me a prophecy, and if I don't draw it immediately, I will be restless for the remainder of the day. So I looked at some recent favorite drawings of mine to analyze them. While I have limited technical knowledge, I do have an eye for compositions. At least that's what I was taught. I wouldn't know. Anyway, while examining my illustrations, I started to realize they are all triangle shaped. Look, here. Bam! Triangle. And this? Triangle. What about this one? It's triangular. And this one? It's a square. But wait, if you think about it, isn't a square technically just two triangles stuck together? And what about this circle-shaped composition? If you cut the circle into at least 3 slices, they look almost triangle-shaped. What if everything in life is actually a triangle? The trees? Triangles. Mountains? Triangles. The ocean? It's actually a big triangle with more triangles in it. Pyramids? Triangle. The globe? It's a triangle. Your mom? Absolutely wonderful person. We're having brunch next week. So what do you do with this information now, and how can triangles help you with your compositions? Or any other shapes for that matter. Even though I didn't actively plan any of the triangular shaped compositions in my drawings, shapes in general are a very effective tool in both art and photography. Especially triangular ones are very popular as they help guide the viewer to a specific point of the piece. Or several points. And you don't just have to use only one single triangle or even just one shape in your piece. If you look at this one, it's actually several triangles that intersect with each other. Side note, pay attention so that you don't have any areas that just barely touch. You do not want to create entanglements. Parallel lines can be used just as well and effectively as overlapping ones, but it can also look off if you do shit like this. So, as a little exercise, I decided to make some concept sketches where I decide on a shape before starting to draw and then base my composition on it. For this video, I will do the 3 most basic shapes: triangle, square, and circle. Also, when recording my process, I accidentally hit start streaming instead of start recording in OBS, so I was streaming on Twitch for almost 2 hours without noticing, and then had to download my stream to get the video footage, which took over an hour. So, time to draw. I really wanted to do a 2-character drawing for my triangle composition, but I ended up struggling way more with it than I expected, so at some point I just sketched one of them and made it a single character piece. It's kind of a boring drawing for a video like this, but I didn't want to spend too long on this exercise and my original idea just didn't want to work out, so this was the best I could do. I struggled the most with the face here, which I usually do, so it's nothing new, but in turn I really enjoyed drawing the legs and shoes, as those are some of my favorite things to draw. They are challenging, but in a fun way. So yeah, it's a very simple drawing, but I like how the sketch turned out. Square up for the next one. I was the most excited for this one because I thought it would turn out really well, but unfortunately it didn't. It looks fine, but I don't love how this guy's face turned out, and the thing also just wasn't that fun to draw. It's okay. They can't all be winners. But hey, it's a square-shaped composition, so I guess I successfully exercised my exercise. I rarely ever do circle-shaped compositions, and I had to spend long on trying to come up with what to draw for this sketch. It probably doesn't look that way, as I didn't really try around in my video at all, but that's because I already came up with my ideas the night before when I was laying in bed. So just imagine me tucked into my Pokemon bedsheet staring at the ceiling, trying to think of a cool looking composition that could potentially fend off sea bears. Yeah. One of my first ideas for this one was drawing a character in a goldfish aquarium, but that would have been a bit too easy, so I scratched that. And then I thought maybe I could do one where several characters make up a circle, but I only just recently drew something like that. And also I didn't want to draw so many characters for this video. And then I remembered I used to draw a bunch of angels a while ago and wanted to get back to that. So here he is. I actually really love the concept of this and I'm probably gonna finish it. One day. Eventually. At some point. So yeah, here you have 3 different drawings with 3 differently shaped compositions. Even though I don't usually think about my process all that much and everything I do ever is done without any type of plan at all, analyzing my art and writing everything I just set down actually helped me a lot. I know there's more cohesive advice out there from people who are not only good at drawing but also have an extensive knowledge about art, but I still hope this video might be of use for someone who wants to put more thought into their own compositions and maybe can go from here to somewhere else and build up on that. And before I shut up, here's the obligatory consider leaving a like, comment and subscribe to my channel speech, as well as follow me on my other social media accounts. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram and now also Kara under the same username, Tashka. I post all of my art on these sites and also never shut the fuck up. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and bye bye!